This is exactly what Johnny Depp's attorneys have to do in the next 2 weeks. Fuel me once here, driving instructor of the world. So I've watched and rewatched all of the testimony, and the YouTube channel Uncivil Law is thinking what I was thinking. Day one, Amber Heard's won her case. Her lawyers got Johnny to talk about the abuse from his mom, how even the name calling was often worse than the physical abuse. Then Amber's talking about Johnny yelling, etc. All of the behaviors that her lawyers had carefully prepped Johnny with. But day two, she has to push and punish him and over-dramatize events and narrow the definition back down to hitting for domestic abuse. She included so many specifics to the story that have no witnesses. She was bashed against the wall. She was choked, but she has no marks and only one picture of a bruise on an arm. One bruise. She killed her own case on the second day. And Johnny's lawyers need to point this out on cross-examination. Years of supposed abuse with no evidence. And this is after she kept records, photos, recordings, etc. to make him look bad. None of these show cuts, bruises, etc. Even her chief hairstylist and makeup artist via deposition said there were no bruises, no missing hair, no cuts, no black eyes. She has no hospital or doctor visits recorded. This is what Johnny Depp has presented so far. His witnesses have been his security guards, his employees, his sister, 2 sets of cops, her private nurse, her private doctor, the building manager where they lived, her assistant, her hair and makeup artist. No one saw bruises, cuts, or marks of any kind. They need to point out the contradictions in her testimony, that there's obviously 2 stories of how Johnny's finger got cut off. She claims a sexual assault with a bottle. No doctor visit, no hospital record. The doctor was there that night. No reports of it. The nurse was there that night. Gave her medicine. She never mentions it. He could not have smashed his finger with the phone. She suddenly remembers that the next morning after she wakes up after taking sleeping pills, and she's been on Xanax and a number of other drugs that night, including a hallucinogen. There's a tape of it, again, on Uncivil Law YouTube channel. You can just watch. She says all she can think of is Kate Moss and the stairs. Well, years ago in her deposition, she said she couldn't remember what happened at all. She just completely blacked out. Now she says it's the first time she made contact with Johnny. Well, 2 hours before in her testimony, she said she'd hit him. Now, you could say a slap isn't a hit, but she used the words made contact with. She's intentionally trying to deceive. That is malice, and that is intent to do harm. That is defamation. Drive kind. Thank you very much.